Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, let's see. This Shrita Caden here with Renew Refresh for Such a Life. Oh, hey, Hermione, how you doing? Look, I was having a little trouble, but it was totally my fault today because I was using my camera for something else. And then when I tried to start the fire talk, it wouldn't because my camera was in use. Okay, are we okay? This is Donna. Let me respond to her. We're on. Okay, there we go. All right, so we got Donna. There's Donna, and we have Janet Tatum, who is really Denise D. Green Joseph. So I wish she had logged on as D. Green Joseph. So I'm going to introduce Donna first, Janet. So if you can log on or let Denise log on as Denise, that would be good. If not, don't worry about it. So, my name is Shrita Cadenhead. I am founder of Renew Refresh for Such Life, and today we're going to be interviewing two of the one-word book authors, Donna T. Brown and also D. Green Joseph. So, we're not going to be talking about the book today. We're going to be talking about these ladies and what they do in their own lives, and particularly any changes that they've made in their lives that kind of hit the reset button, going from one direction to another. And since we have Donna Brown here already, we got Janet back. Okay, so we're going to start off with Donna Brown. I'm just going to introduce her. Also, if you would share this with your followers on social media, I would appreciate that. There should be a link down here in the corner for Twitter and Facebook. I'm going to go ahead and click on it so that it will share on my social media page. And if you all would do the same for Twitter and Facebook. So first up is Donna T. Brown. Donna is a licensed and ordained minister. She's a realist who strongly believes let me increase my screen. Her adversities help her to help others. She is the founder of Sisters Are Saving Our Sanity, which is a support group that encourages women to confront their personal demons. Donna is also a teacher and a speaker. The One Word Book Project is her first writing endeavor. However, she enjoys writing and has written 2 songs for a local recording artist. She is also a comedian, and in December 2005, she placed second on America's Funniest Home Videos. Okay, if you can catch that on YouTube, I promise you it's going to be really, really funny. So try to catch that if you can. Her video comedy sketches can be seen on YouTube and her personal Facebook page. She also does stand-up featuring light-hearted church comedy. So we're going to bring Donna on. Donna, I'm going to click on you to invite you, and you should see something that says accept. She is loading.
Yeah,
got it right first time. How you doing, Donna T?
I'm great. How are you doing, Shrita?
I'm doing good. For the first time, I always saying Donna T, and then so all of a sudden I had this flash of Ernest T in my mind, running around Mayberry, right?
He's my favorite character on Mayberry. Okay.
Okay, yeah. Is that because you all have the same initials?
Might be. I don't know.
How you doing today?
I'm telling you. Same.
Okay. Let me turn my volume up just a little bit. Okay. All right. And so if we hear any background noise, that's just a suggestion that one of us may need to put on our headset. So you might want to have one handy or have Jimmy go grab one just in case. So we're going to wait for Denise to be back in a minute. But we're going to talk just a minute, and then we're going to bring Denise on.
Okay.
So the last time we did a podcast was several months ago, and it's oh Lord, what this girl got me doing here on Blair. Are you sure you want me to come on? And we talked about a number of things. You being a minister, also, you're a comedian, and really, I don't know if you had just started taking off as a comedian, but you were.
Because remember, I told you I struggled with that. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you still struggling with being called a comedian?
I don't know, a little bit. I'm getting more used to it now, but I don't know why, Sharita. I really struggle with it. I really did. I don't know.
Well, because you do this thing, it's okay to laugh in church.
Right.
Okay. And that's not a conflict, right?
No, it's not. Maybe it's that old traditional mindset. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think it's probably some of that. Because I don't know why. I mean, I know what the definition of a comedian is, and that's what I do.
You're it. That's you.
So I don't know.
You fit the definition, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So pray for me on that. I mean, it's easing. Those concerns are dissipating a little bit, but I don't know why. But initially, I didn't want to be called a comedian. I did not.
A comedian. Is that because you thought people might not take you seriously in the ministry? If you wore two hats like that?
You know what? You hit it dead on it.
Is that it?
That's it. That's it. That's it. I'm sure that's it. That people would not, and even though I've been who I am, a silly person all my life, but I don't know, I felt like initially when I switched gears with the ministry hat, that maybe that shouldn't mix. So you said something there. That the light bulb just went off. That's it.
Okay. I pulled that switch, right?
You did, for real.
Okay. So, but how's that worked out? I mean, there's not a conflict, right?
There isn't. I mean, I've been having several engagements. I don't know if the last time I went to a church in Chelsea and did it at a ladies group. I just newly got an invitation to a church in in Jasper. It's Gathering Ministries at a women's group, so I mean, it has taken off. It really has taken off since our last interview.
Okay. And so how are people hearing about you mostly?
Facebook has been my greatest marketing tool. Social media. And then I had some cards done up and everything. Just, listening to you. Biting off
crazy enough to listen to me?
Yeah. I mean, seriously. I told you've been pushing me. So doing that, I got me some cards made up and I hand them out at every event that I go to. So, yeah. And I did an all white event not too long ago. Andrea Lynn Gates, who is a really, really innovative minister.
Okay.
In here in Birmingham. And I did Miss Maddie,
Okay. Yeah.
And danced a little bit and gave some old lady advice, some wisdom to the that was fun.
When we get ready to have the book launch, are you going to teach the rest of us how to do the Miss Maddie?
I don't know if you want that, Rita. I don't know.
We're not gonna have a Soul Train line. We're gonna have a Miss Maddie line. Booty all up in the air.
I know it. She the truth. She is the truth. But don't right. All know a Miss Maddie.
All know a Miss Maddie. Yes, we do. So, but you're still doing so you're doing comedy, you're doing ministry also. So you also do some events for that, right? Not just comedy, you do some speaking on some rather serious issues.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So what kind of topics are those?
You know what? My heart, where I am now, is with where I've been for a long time. Is hurting women. The Sisters SOS that you mentioned, Sisters Saving Our Sanity, is founded on the Titus 2 scripture about older women. And I realized I got an epiphany that, hey, I'm an older woman now. I'm not, I can't be categorized with younger women. So, I founded that ministry on that scripture because there's such a great need for our younger women to know what they're supposed to be doing as wives, as mothers, and just as believers, period. So that mostly when I speak, that's what I speak on a lot. I find I'm doing that a lot.
Okay. And so when you speak on these type of subjects, are these events that you're having on your own. Well, let me, because there's three things I want to say here.
Okay.
I hope I remember all three.
Okay. Okay. I'm listening.
Okay, so three things. So, speaking on that topic, are these events that you have or seek out to speak on that topic? Are people coming to you saying, "I want you to talk about this"? And see, I told you I was going to get the third thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, which how do you are you seeking out specific events to talk on this subject?
Okay. Well, for the most part, when someone contacts me, they'll have different, events with different themes. So
Mm-hmm.
we basically go along those lines now. But I've been finding, like when I went to Chelsea
Uh-huh.
and other different groups, they will just say, Donna, you got the green light. Go with however the spirit leads you.
Okay.
So for the most part, when I do that, it is most of my speaking engagements are based on that because it's such a great need. I just found that it's just such a great need for women
Okay.
to, really know their place. Not only in the home, but just in society, what they need to be doing. So,
Okay. Well, let me, because I've asked this question of some of the other authors, and one of the reasons that I do this is the first time I'm actually talking about one of the reasons that I'm doing it is that when the book comes out, that gives you another tool and another topic to talk about.
Yeah.
So, when the book comes out, if you plan on using that book, you will be marketing, you know, the topic of stillness.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So you start identifying your audience that you can bring that message to. And so that's why I was asking, do you kind of handpick events or people for you to talk about that particular subject? But I guess you answered it, but I guess I'm trying to steer your mind a little bit, in case you haven't been thinking about the book and how you might do that.
And you know what, you're right. I'm praying prayerfully, with the launching of the book and everything, with it getting out, that I would have the opportunity to speak on that topic because I've got some
create the opportunity. Create the opportunity.
Okay.
Create the opportunity.
Yes, you're right.
You hear me? You hear me when I say, girl? I'm losing your audio. I just lost your audio. I can't hear you. You got your volume up? What you do? You must have hit something. Look, while you figure that out, I'm going to introduce Denise. Okay? Let me see. You hear me? Let me see. Okay, I'm going to introduce Denise. So next up, we have Denise Joseph. Denise is a native of Washington, D.C., now living in Birmingham, Alabama, and is the managing partner of Let's Go Solutions, LLC, your single source for innovative personal and professional space updates, restyling, and repurposing. And that she is. She is your single source. She's a whiz at this. Her other passions involve giving back to the community through the Coach Reginald S. Joseph Memorial Scholarship at Fatima. I think that's Fatima Elementary and Middle School. Volunteer work with women under construction at home with Shelley Foundation and other Birmingham nonprofits and churches ministries. Of all the accomplishments, the one that she is most proud of is that of mother. She has one daughter who is a topic of inspiration for several of her articles. Denise graduated from Clark Atlanta University in Atlanta, Georgia with a degree in journalism and is an active member of 45th Street Baptist Church. Okay, all right, I'm gonna bring Denise on. Donna, can you hear me? Okay, so let me bring Denise on. Janet, is it just Janet Tatum or Janet McNeely Tatum for Denise? Okay, let's try. Let's see if I can get Denise on. Log off, Donna. Okay. Are we loaded, Janet? I'm gonna go to Donna. I hope that's the right one. Janet. There we go. Hey, Denise.
Hey there.
I see you.
I see you too.
Good. You hear me now, Donna? Oh, no, she didn't hear me.
Poor
Okay.
Donna.
So let me see. I'm gonna text you. I'm gonna text you. So I want her to log off and log back on. How you doing, Denise?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Okay, so let me see if I can get her back on here. All right, so we got you. Our little test yesterday didn't work so well, but we got the master today helping us, Miss Janet McNilly Tatum. Is it? You know, I never McNilly Tatum. I always say McNilly Tatum. She's helping us out today because she's a technology whiz. She's a technology whiz. So look, here's something that we don't talk about very often, and that's, you know, and I haven't really asked you very much about this, but I've been wanting to know about it forever. The Let's Go Solutions LLC.
Yes,
okay, because you have such exquisite taste, okay, in your personal style and your design elements. And because I've been in your home, it's pristine. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, you are very welcome. So tell me how you got started with that.
Well, it's pretty simple. The house that I currently live in belonged to my mother-in-law. And when my husband and I first moved back to Birmingham, it was as a result of her death. And she left the house to my husband. Mm-hmm. And she hadn't really taken care of it. She did a lot of cosmetic things, but structurally, the house was a wreck. So,
really?
Yeah, it was. So I went through several contractors, some of which were good, some weren't, and found a African-American, very reliable Christian contractor who was working on a friend's house down the street. And she totally gutted.
From you?
Yeah, down the street from me.
Okay.
And he totally gutted her house. And she came and stayed with me for like 3 months while that went on. Mm-hmm. And the finished product was absolutely beautiful. So I asked him if he would come and look at my house and tell me what I needed. And because she had gotten a homeowner's loan to do hers, I decided not to go that route. I decided to take one room at a time and fix it the way I wanted it. And he would always ask me, well, what colors do you want? And what kind of fixtures do you want? And I just started looking at things that I like and put them in the house. And people would come to my house and say, your house is so pretty. But I had to give him the credit for doing most of it. But I did the interior part. So that's how it started.
Yeah, and you give credit where credit is due. But he was doing what you wanted.
Right.
He was. You had to tell him what you wanted, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so it was your vision. He just did great work.
Yes.
So next time, just say thank you.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Right. So because and for some people, me included, accepting a compliment doesn't always come easy. Do you have a problem with that?
I really do. I'm learning to do better. Yes.
Yeah, we should just say thank you.
Exactly.
Because I won't. Hopefully it's always earned. But what's up with that? Why do we do that, you think?
I don't know. I used to think it was an only child syndrome, but I think a lot of people suffer with that. Just, we feel like we have to explain something or take it to another level instead of just saying thank you and moving on. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, not getting off topic, but this is unscripted, so we just let the conversation guide us, okay? But
okay.
I'm gonna hang on right here for a minute, okay?
Okay.
It seems that, having and this is just going through my mind, really, that issue with someone giving us a compliment and not saying thank you or wanting to give somebody else the credit. It almost seems like we think we're not deserving.
Yes. I think sometimes we do feel that we're not deserving.
Why?
I don't know, Sharita. That's a question that I think a lot of people struggle with or battle with. I don't know. We know that we're Christians. We know that God loves us. We know that we're good. We always say we're good enough, but sometimes deep down inside, I don't think we always do.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, think about that. I'm gonna call you tomorrow at work. We're gonna talk a little bit more about
Okay.
We're not talking some more about that because I'm gonna be sleeping on that. That's really helping because I've known that I've had that problem. So people have come to your house and say, they didn't say your contractor, did a great job. Said you did such a wonderful job, okay?
Right.
But you all were a team, so you did it together, really.
Absolutely.
And so you started helping people, other people,
right,
with their own designing and restyling and repurposing of their own homes.
Yes.
That's how that started?
Yes, that's how it started.
Okay. And so do they, did they ask you, or you kind of said, well, girl, I'll help you, or, I'll help you?
Well, it comes in a variety of ways. Normally what happens is one of two ways. The contractor that I had to do the house, we still stay in contact with each other. So we work as a team a lot of times because sometimes somebody needs to actually restructure their home or room. So I'll tell them, well, look, I can help you with the colorization or reorganization and that sort of thing. I said, but if you need some structural work, I refer them to him. And then once he's finished with it, he'll say, well, now I'm bouncing them back to you because I finished what I need to do. Now they need color analysis. They need to pick out fixtures. They need to pick out tiles or carpeting. So we sort of work together as a team.
Okay. And so in the beginning, were you just kind of doing this? I mean, because that's how a lot of people start out, kind of doing it either as a hobby or, seeing if this will fly, when did it actually turn? Was that how it was in the beginning, or when did it actually turn into a business?
Well, so many people kept giving me compliments about the house and how it looked. I just decided to jump right in. I don't think I gave it a whole lot of thought. I said, well, you know what? I'm just going to start a business. And I did. I found a lawyer and got my paperwork drawn up, went downtown to make sure the name wasn't taken, did all the things that you do to start an LLC, and talked to my accountant, and he pushed me because he's an entrepreneur. So one thing sort of led to another. It was a little slow go at first. First contract was right off the bat, only because the contractor had something going on. But then I needed to know that I could do it on my own and attract customers and do that sort of thing. So the next big contract I got was for a young lady who was moving and needed her house staged. And it was the first time I had ever staged a house before. But that was a lot of fun. It was the first time I did it. And it was great. I really enjoyed it. So I think when people talk about going into business for themselves, it needs to incorporate a couple of things. Something that you love, something that you have a passion for, and something that's fun. Because when it turns into a drudgery, then that's like work. And we all have jobs, so
right. That's no fun.
Exactly.
That's no fun at all.
Yeah.
So, the staging. Do you do more of one thing as opposed to another? Do you do more staging as opposed to just going in and redesigning or repurposing? That's not staging for sale or something like that. Do you have a preference on what you like to do best?
Well, I have found that staging in some cases requires housing materials, and that's not something I'm willing to do. For this particular staging job, it was, and I'm gonna be honest, it was a thrift store consignment job. Everything that I staged her house with came from a thrift store, and she was easy to please. And some customers aren't. Right. But staging usually requires either a connection with a furniture store contract or a storage room where you house furniture to use over and over again. And again, I'm not willing to do that part of it.
Okay, you don't want to do that part of it. Okay, so staging is not really your thing. You would just really do.
It depends on what would be involved.
Yeah, if you could work with what they already have.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. And maybe add a few accessories.
Do you have any of your own inventory?
No, I do not.
Okay. All right. Very good. Okay. So, and I know, in your case, starting out, word of mouth is very important. But what about those clients or customers that you get that are not word of mouth? Okay. Because I know there's a self-promotion issue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's a self-promotion issue. Another one of those I'm not good enough things. Why would people want to buy from me? I'm just telling you that I got you, but you know you're really good. You know, so let's just consult that monkey. Let's just confront that monkey right here, right now.
Okay.
Okay. So
let me tell you what I'm doing to consult and confront.
What are you doing? How are you confronting?
Well, I went to a Facebook conference. And I did.
Where?
A couple of here in Birmingham. It was wonderful.
Okay.
So they tell you how to boost and promote your businesses on Facebook. So I've got a Facebook page, and I've been boosting periodically, but I really need to probably invest.
What's the page? Which Facebook page?
It is Let's Go Solutions LLC.
Okay, we got to put that right down here. Facebook. Let's Go Solutions LLC.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's where you can find Denise. And so what will people find when they go to that?
Well, a combination of things. They'll see some sampling of ideas that I put out there so people can see what I can do. Not necessarily what I have done, but samples of what I can do. A couple of blogs, especially for people who are thinking about decluttering, because I think that's really important, especially when you're sort of moving things around. If you decide you want to open up a space, well, you don't need to bring all that old stuff and junk, because that's usually what it is. We just accumulate stuff, you know.
I'm a minimalist.
Okay, I'm getting to be.
I'm a minimalist. Yeah. Because I like a lot of walking around room. I'm one of these people. I kind of want that house just like the house I grew up in. I want big rooms.
Okay.
Where I'm not bumping into stuff. You know, because I had a good friend that lived down the street from me. You know, and the paths were not that. They were so tight.
Know.
Space is very important to me. Let me see if I can click Donna back in right quick so she can listen on this with us. Yeah.
Stop it, Sharita. You were supposed to see this.
And you were supposed to do it.
Look, talking to my production manager.
Yeah, see, right. I don't know what's going on with Donna, Donna T. Brown. Let me see. Let me make sure she, because Janet was having this problem and she was not logged in as herself. Let me ask Donna this. Are you logged in as yourself? Logged in as yourself. Okay, so was it so this seminar you went to, it was just Facebook?
Just Facebook.
Was it helpful for some of the other social media?
No, they concentrated on Facebook. They didn't get into Twitter or anything like that. It was solely Facebook. They were the main ones.
But were you able to use that same information? You kind of use it for Twitter?
Well, I don't have a Twitter account. I'm just sort of concentrating on Facebook right now and see where that takes me. Okay.
Did they talk about, once you start marketing and promoting yourself, when you start doing that, how long does it take, or how long should you look at, anticipate getting some results, or, what kind of things do you do, to attract customers?
Well,
I mean, you're putting the content out there,
right?
But what the kind of lure?
Okay.
Like you did when you said, can you guess my word?
Right.
Because when you're on social media, it's all about that engagement.
Right.
So did they talk about ways to engage?
They did. Really what they talked about specifically was more restaurants and that sort of thing, and running specials, although I could probably do that as well. But I think the key
What do you mean restaurants?
Well, they talked about restaurants boosting their sales and the people that they reach by offering specials. Buy one, get one free, a Monday afternoon special, a Wednesday morning special, free cup of coffee with the purchase, that sort of thing. But I think the key to all of them is to boost whatever it is you have going on. And when you boost, that's where they send it. It's like a marketing tool. They send it out to, depending on how much you're willing to invest, and you can invest as small as $5. or as much as $1 million. You know.
Oh yeah, right. Because you can set your daily limit.
Right. Exactly.
Have you done that?
I have done it, and it's worked. It's worked well. I just need to be more consistent with the boosting. So I'm working towards that too.
Okay. All right. So, I've tried that before too. You know, and there's that consistency. You don't know. You know, it's $5 enough a day, or 10, or 20, or 25.
Right.
How about Facebook ads? The actual ads. Did they talk about that?
They did, and I have not ventured that far yet. So I'm still I'm a newbie. I mean, I've only been out there a couple of months. So I'm still sort of navigating the waters.
Okay. Okay. So are you don't call yourself an interior designer or anything like that?
I don't, because people that are interior designers usually have degrees in interior design, and I do not.
So what do you call yourself?
I consider myself to be a restyling specialist.
A restyling specialist. Okay. Okay, very good, very good. And speaking of that, and I hope Donna can get back on, because you were listening to us, and when she was saying that, you know, she had a problem calling herself a comedian for some reason.
I know, and she is.
You know, to make you laugh. You know, you're a comedian.
Yeah.
But so I was thinking about, I wanted to ask her, you know, maybe you come up with your own name for what you are.
Exactly.
You know,
something different, a different spin on it.
I don't know if I want to say that to Donna, because there's no telling what it might turn out to be.
I know.
Yeah. So what do you see? What do you see as far as you know? So you do work with Shelly.
I do.
Right.
I do.
Okay. So tell me about that. How involved are you in that? In what kind of role do you play in you know, working with her or volunteering with her?
Well, it started out as just being a spectator, just going to the events and enjoying what I saw and what I learned and what I heard. And then Shelly discovered that I have some administrative skills. So now I am working as a semi-administrator with Women in Construction, which means I produce flyers for her. I do contact letters for her. I do calls for her, put her in touch with caterers, go meet with the caterers, you know, that sort of thing. Some of the behind the scenes things. Okay.
All right. Very good. Very good. And so how often is that? Just when she has something going on? Like, I know she, you know, she had the last thing she had at the Sheraton. Is that just when she has events like that?
Usually. Well, it's usually preparatory things so far. It's usually just event focused right now. But I have a sneaking suspicion that it's probably going to evolve into more than that.
Okay. All right. By design or preference or?
Well, you know, she understands that I have a business, and she told me it's okay to tell her no and that I'm busy. So, you know, when I see a conflict coming up, I'll be honest and tell her, you know, I might not be able to do it.
Okay. So do you see yourself going into you know, a commercial realm as far as office designing or anything like that?
I would like to. That's yeah, I try not to limit what I do to just homes. That's why I say space redesign, which means it could be office space, it could be personal space. The latest trend these days is a she shed. And
a she shed.
She shed.
Yeah, I heard that. That's okay. It's so, you know, the men's den who's in the basement. The she shed is actually outside. Is it actually outside?
Well, most of them are, but I mean, just like a man cave, it doesn't have to be. It could be in the basement, or just a room, you know.
That's a bit of a tongue twister.
I know.
Yeah, and I was saying, well, no, let's put the men outdoors. Let's just do the sheet thing downstairs and be comfortable with, you know, comfort in your own home and keep the men outdoors.
Well, now listen. Here's the thing with basements. Most basements don't have windows. Okay.
They don't have windows.
So men like to be in caves. That's why they call it a man cave.
Yeah.
Women, we tend to want to be somewhere where there's some sunshine and a view. So that's why I think a lot of times the sheds end up outside.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want mine outside. I don't want to stay indoors, you know, because you know, there's seasonal, there's winter, there's dark, you know, you can't be out there all night. I wouldn't want to get shit all day, but I understand the concept. I've seen some of those online, you know, like the sheet shit.
Yeah.
Let's see. She keep trying down. I don't know what to do with you, girl.
Oh.
Let me see. Donna, okay, girl, I'm just gonna try to Read y'all still well, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what you might have done differently, Donna. If you can hear us, let me see. Oh, she can't even hear us.
Uh-oh.
Oh, she can't even hear us. I don't know what happened. She must have. Maybe she bumped against something. You know, when she was talking, like on a computer, or knock the volume down. Anyway, so sorry, Donna. I don't know what to say. Hi, Tamikia. How you doing? Yeah. So commercial.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to get into the commercial realm,
Right.
how would you approach that? I mean, you know.
That's a good question. Maybe contact real estate agents. That might be one of the avenues. I'm not really sure.
Commercial real estate agents.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. For well, with new off. Well, not necessarily new offices.
No, not necessarily.
Because with offices, you know, they you know will go through some stages of redesign.
True, a reorganization, moving people around, and that sort of thing. So yeah.
Yeah. Would you just visit some offices, some buildings, or some businesses? Like an office buildings, like go downtown and you know, like you know, some of these office buildings and leave your card.
That's a possibility. I just had to order some new cards, so that's that's feasible. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. On your cards, did it say residential or commercial?
It does not. Like I said, I didn't want to get too specific. I wanted to sort of pique interest with the cards that I have and have them to ask the questions.
Okay. 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 Don't you want to ask questions?
Oh,
too?
I'll ask questions too. But
okay.
The first thing people see is restyle, and they,
everybody
knows what style is, and everybody knows what the pre part of re means, but when you put it together, they're like, what does that mean?
Yeah. I don't have a design bone in my body. I tell you, when I tell you I'm a minimalist, I am a minimalist. You know what I'm saying?
Fine. That's fine.
So yeah, I'm not, I can't put stuff together and, I said, oh, that would go great here. I can't do none of that. And you would think I would be in real estate because you see so much, in homes and on the internet and
right.
design styles. I want to be one. If I go see something somewhere, I don't get an idea, I'm gonna have to have your exact same thing.
Well, but you know what? At least you recognize that, okay?
Yeah.
And people that don't recognize that end up with a hodgepodge of stuff that doesn't go together, doesn't look right, and then they end up not liking it. So.
Well, see, then they want to call it eclectic.
Well, you can be eclectic.
I mean, you can be eclectic,
that's
but
fine.
Some people are eclectic on purpose, and then.
Okay, Sharita. Oh gosh. You are ridiculous, Sharita. You got me cracking up. Oh, okay.
Anyway,
hit the reset button, Rashida. Hit the reset button.
Yeah, hit the reset button. Yeah, okay. Reset.
Thank you.
So, where are you going with Let's Go Solutions? What's the big picture? I mean, where do you see yourself and when do you see yourself there?
Oh, boy, that's something I have to rethink almost daily, because some days I think I know, and other days I'm not so sure. Now, we both are employees of the University of Alabama at Birmingham. And I think we are all working towards a retirement at some point, probably sooner versus later. So part of the picture is to replace that income.
Yeah.
That's part of it. So I got to work real hard, because my destination is 7 years, and that's supposed to be the number of completion. So I'm working real hard at that. So I don't know. It'll be a combination of things. I know that I'll have to probably think outside of the box to reach that goal. I will have to be really diligent with getting customers. And a lot of times customers, when they redo their entire space, you probably won't have a repeat customer You know, so that means every time you finish a job, that's just it. You finished a job.
That's it. Unless you do one space at a time in a house.
Right. Right.
Yeah, unless you do that. One project at a time.
Right. Now, if they're just doing a total remodel, then, and especially if they're our age or older, then that's it. They're done. They're not doing a whole lot of reorganizing and fixing up after that. Because people our age too, their children are growing and gone. And then they can get the house just the way they want it.
Yeah.
And then I'm finding a lot of single women are buying homes maybe a little later, and the homes aren't exactly the way they want them. So they want ideas about paint, or the new thing is to open up spaces. So knocking out a wall and changing out fixtures in bathrooms and that sort of thing. So to answer your question, I'm still rethinking a lot of that. I'm really not. I can't be 100% sure about that.
About where you want to go.
And how quickly I need to get there. I know I've got the 7 years looming over my head. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we will fly by.
I know.
Yeah. So, but will it be your business? Do you know that much? Or you don't?
Well, yeah, and I think I've got my hands on a couple of things, but the business is probably what's going to pay me. Some of my volunteer work, I know I won't get paid for that. I'll still do it. But who knows? Sometimes volunteer work evolves into other things. So, not sure.
Yeah. So if that's so this is how I think. So if that's the goal, if it's going to be your business that's going to be sustain you, to be your your income,
right.
And we're talking about having a 7-year plan or a 7-year goal. For me, I'm sitting here thinking, you need to get your hustle on. Yeah. So are you getting your hustle on? None of you don't know where you're going, right?
I mean, I am, Sharita, but like you, I'm sort of introverted and not a in your face kind of person. So it's been a little slow go, but
yeah. Okay.
Doing what I can.
Yeah. Okay. So how about will you have some sort of team? I mean, because and let's say people like us, because ideally. I probably need somebody working with me who's counter to my own personality to do the things that I don't particularly like to do, and let me stick with doing the things that I do like to do. Okay. So in your particular case, you might need a salesperson.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably so. Marketing and sales. Yes.
Yeah. You may need a salesperson. To gain your business. Whereas, they for getting a contract, they make X amount of dollars or a certain percentage of the commission for getting that sale. That might be idea.
Yeah, that's a possibility. Yeah, because I've been doing everything myself. Bookkeeping and
hard.
Yeah, it is. But then, when you don't have a lot of business on a steady basis, then it's not. But you pray that that's not going to always be the case. So, so yeah.
Okay. Well, very good. Well, one day before it's all over with, I'll have you come over to my house and restyle. As I get ready to, I'm gonna need a little help really as I get ready to prepare my house for sale, because I gotta get out of this big old house.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not. Well, I told y'all how old I was the other day, so I'm almost 35, so I'm gonna have to be pretty fast about getting out of this big old house, because in a few years I'm not gonna want to climb stairs and wash, go come downstairs and wash in a space I don't really use. I'm gonna be seriously want to downsize, and so I will need to prepare my house for sale. So quite possibly I'll be able to engage your services. So let's see. Donna, she said, well, Donna, you look pretty too.
She's so funny.
Okay, so I'm on my Well, yeah, okay, can hear you out, but okay, and you have an Android, so we found out that it doesn't work with Android, Donna. You're gonna have to have an iPad. No, not an iPad. You're gonna have to be on your computer, or you're gonna have to have an iPhone. So after we're wrapped up with this, I may call you back and we do some kind of test and help you figure out what might have gone wrong with you. With you and your connection. We know what went wrong with you mentally, that you don't have them all there, girl. So we'll see if we can figure that out down when Denise and I wrap up. So yeah, so you're gonna think about I guess it's something you need to think about the big picture, because and I can tell you, how time flies. And I look back at 7 years and 7 years ago and where I thought I would be or what I wanted to do at the time, and here I am. I've switched gears, of course,
right?
But that same 7 years have gone by, and so if you've got a goal of 7 years of, are you talking about retirement?
I'm hoping to. I got gotta look at the 401k too, So yeah.
Yeah. You're on a 7-year plan. I'm on the 3-year plan.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
I hear you.
Oh yeah. So definitely have to have the income to replace that.
Right.
That you lost not only the income, with you, in that time frame. See, I won't be eligible for Medicaid or any of that stuff. So it not only would be income, it would be
insurance and all of that
kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah. So we'll see about that.
Okay.
Well, so in closing, I know we're not going to talk about the book, but we're gonna close on this, and have you all back in September talking about the book. But your one word for the book is
resilient.
Resilient.
Yes.
Resilient. I think about that word, because we all have to be, whether we recognize it or not.
Yes.
Like we're a bounce back culture.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're a bounce back culture, and so I think that chapter will hit home with a lot of people. I certainly enjoy reading it, and I'm sure that everybody else will. I hope everybody will enjoy it as well.
I hope so.
Any final words about what you do, and tell people how they can get in contact with you should they have a need for having their home or their space repurposed, restyled? How can they get in touch with you? If you can go into the live chat or have Janet do it. Janet, can you type in all the stuff, all the ways that we can get in touch with Denise as she's saying them?
Go to her Facebook page.
Yeah, I would just send them to my Facebook page. Sharita, that'd probably be the best thing to do.
Okay.
I've recently added a couple of things that, because they're so new, I don't even know them myself. Got a new phone number and all of that, and I got stuff written down, but it's all on my Facebook page.
Okay, and you haven't started a blog. Did you say you started a blog yet, or just on LinkedIn?
Well, there's blogs contained within the Facebook page, so it's not separate and apart. So there are a couple of things in there where people can read, as well as look at pictures.
Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. So for those of us who don't have any talent in that area, what are some little things that we can do for ourselves until we can get to you or have a need for you when it comes to space? Are there any golden rules?
Well, yes and no. It depends on your personality. Now, you said you're a minimalist. So I would not expect to walk in your house and see pillows everywhere and chairs and a sofa and a love seat and all of that. So first of all, do what you like.
Do what you like.
Do what you like, and do what makes you feel good. When you walk into your home, you should feel as if you have walked into a safe haven.
Yeah.
You should feel at home, at ease. It should be inviting. If you're an entertaining type personality, it should be the type of home where people feel comfortable. I can remember back in probably at my childhood, the thing was to put plastic on your sofas.
I'd rather sit on the floor.
I mean, in the wintertime, plastic's cold, and in the summertime, it's hot. So
yeah,
I don't believe in buying furniture that people can't use or sit on. So yeah, I think you need to think about those sort of things. Make it comfortable for yourself as well as anybody that you want to invite in your home.
But some people still buy furniture like that.
I know.
I've been working with a client last year. They wanted to buy furniture for the living room, which they clearly had indicated nobody was going to use.
See, I don't understand that. I don't understand to have a home with the rooms that you don't use.
they weren't going to do the plastic.
Yeah, but it was a museum though, right? I mean, you didn't want anybody in there. You just want to go look at it. No.
Yeah, but times have changed, and I don't think a lot of people do that anymore. But I certainly remember that.
Yes, they do.
They do.
They still do. They still
Really?
have. If you walk in some people's homes and they have this formal dining room, and the table is already set, which is pretty because it's appealing, it's eye catching. But they actually don't use it.
They don't use it.
No, it's just there for decoration. I don't believe in that. I mean, use everything that you have.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't save your china for a special occasion. Eat off your china every day if you haven't.
Yeah, and I guess unless you just don't like I rarely sit in my living room. There's a chair that I like to sit in and read, but that's a room. I can take all the furniture out. I can take all the furniture out. I didn't have
well, that could be your exercise room then if you're not gonna put any furniture in it.
No, it can't be there. It can't be there. It probably could, but I would tell you, my dining room, of course I've been on my own for a very, very long time, but I actually didn't have, I probably bought my first dining room furniture when I came back from Detroit in 2002.
Okay.
And I had been living, on my own probably since the late 80s.
Okay.
And so I bought my first formal dining room like around 2002 because my dining room had always served as an office. Okay. And so even when I'm showing houses, people will say, "Well, what is this room?" It's like, this room is what you want this room to be.
Exactly. Yeah.
What did they use this for? What did they use this room for? Well, the house is empty. I don't know the owners. I don't really have a clue.
Right.
Okay? You can use this room for whatever you need this room to be to be used for. So there's not really, some people stick with tradition.
They do.
And then other people break from tradition and don't worry about having that formal dining room that they'll use. So I just need this big table for my computer and my extra screen and all my other stuff.
But that works for you, right? So that's fine.
That works for me. And I have an office downstairs that I really need to go to because it's got everything down there and it's probably more comfortable. But use the space as you see fit. So anyway, Denise, we are going to wrap it up. I've certainly enjoyed you. Good to hear finally about your business. Okay, in greater detail because we haven't talked about that. And I put your Facebook page down on here. And actually, when you go there, to your Facebook page, you might put some links, or if you haven't filled out the profile completely, connection to LinkedIn or wherever else they can find your work. And also, you do so. I know you mentioned here in your bio that you do some writing. You might point them in some direction where you got some writing because some people need writers.
Okay, that's true.
But definitely don't want to take a great deal away from you and your time and your plan to devote to other people growing their business.
Right.
Because I know sometimes that can happen.
Yes.
Well, all right, that's a wrap, people. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks, Sharita.
So next time when we get ready to do the authors, I'm not sure what you're gonna do. You got to get Janet back over there or get you an iPhone.
I'm not getting an iPhone. That's out of the question.
I know you're not getting an iPhone. Okay, Janet.
But I'll figure out something.
All right. Well, very good. All right, people. Have a good evening, and I will talk to you later. Thank you all for joining.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.